Hi Libra, this is Lee from Fresh Astrology. Welcome to 2018 and your January, the first month of the year. So the themes we're looking at will definitely impact your January, but they will trickle out and ripple out through the year. And trickle and ripple are good words because there's a lot of water energy here. You escape the watery moon because the way you are in relationship to the other zodiac signs, the moon on that day, that first day of the year, is still in just the very end degree of Gemini. So you capture a moon that's in harmony with your sign there, to some extent. What that can mean for you, Libra, is that you have a moon going over your midheaven, but not quite, and just about right there smack on your midheaven. You could kind of read the moon both in Gemini and in Cancer. It's just right there. I would say it heralds in a time of something new in your career. And the moon, especially when it times with an angle on a chart. An angle is the midheaven, the ascendant, the descendant, and the imum coeli, which is the opposite of the midheaven. Those four angles are very, very important in timing on a chart, and the moon is also like the hand of a clock. So especially as it begins the new year this way, I would think that a lot of Libras are doing something new in their career. It could be a new job. It could time with a new job. It could time with the ending of a job. So it could be an ending of some sort, but let me think here. With Jupiter in your second house, I would think even if there's an ending, there's so much promise here for, finding work, finding daily work. I think, if you were my client, I would not be, and you are in a sense if you're watching this, my client, I'm not worried about you. I feel that you will be okay. So even if there's an ending in a career, because the moon's just this hair shy of going over the midheaven, I think in the new year through January, something will pick up. And I think this year something really interesting and new could happen in your career. And I think ultimately good, and ultimately for more money. I think money will come to you if it hasn't already. So I think you're in a good place. But it does speak to a doorway or a threshold, which also speaks to leaving something behind. So I'm just not sure where you are in all of that. I also know it's been a tough year for Libra, which is weird because you've had Jupiter in your sign for the year and until the very end when it went into your career zone. But still and yet, a lot of Libras have had a tough time. So why would that be? Why would that be? One reason is that you have Pluto down in your fourth house. Now, granted, it's moving up in your chart, but when you have like a heavy energy planet like Pluto toward the bottom of your chart, it's like rocks weighing down, a balloon or something. I mean, it really acts like a weight. It can kind of pull a person down, and the fourth house is a psychological house. So there you have Pluto pulling you down. So issues around home and family are tough, or where you live. So it may not be, your family of origin, but roommates, where you live. There's a heaviness and a darkness there that has been difficult for a lot of Libras. Also, you've had, this last year, you've had Saturn pressing in on that same base point of your chart. The same area where, now Pluto's moving on away from it, but still has been such a significant weight here for many years. But now Saturn's come down and pressed in, and crossed the Imam Coeli and has come into the home zone, into the psychological area. Now, it could bring order to something that has been difficult. It could bring structure. It could bring a teacher, a parent, an authority figure, somebody to help you, like a helper, somebody who can help you. It could, and from a work standpoint, could show working from home, which could be good. So there could be a work from home component, since there's this other stuff going on with your career, with Saturn, because Saturn, you can apply the word work or learn to it. So it's a work, and then you apply it to the idea of home, work from home. And that kind of jives with all the other stuff going on in your career zone. But it doesn't have to be. Some people are moving. Some Libras are moving. Maybe right around the new year. You could be moving right around the new year, or just, it could have happened recently, or it could be happening over the next year or two. But when it's right at the base point of your chart, it's the strongest. But it could, even in this 2.5-year zone of moving through this area, it could also be within that time. But I imagine a lot of people would be cleaning house, clearing out, paring down, wanting to reduce, to lighten their load. When Saturn's here, there's this strong desire to clean house, get rid of everything. Maybe not everything literally, but just get rid of things. And it's a good time to do it. It's a time, once every 29 years you get to clean house. You don't keep this stuff forever, not everything forever. It could symbolize a person moving out or moving in to your home. But I would say, beyond all the little mundane meanings, what this says to me for you, what would be important, is to take care of your mental health. When I say that to people in this forum, I mean it. Take care of yourself. Get support. Saturn speaks to support. And there's this bookend. We've got Pluto and Saturn, and then this other energy here that is support. So a lot of you will have support. People will come in maybe to help you. But if other people aren't offering you help, I would say get the help. Get help. Because there is a strong psychological, mental health kind of drain here. And, I hear a lot in being an astrologer and just, being, somebody who's in the world of people, I have noticed that people who are born in a time of Libra have struggled. So, and sometimes all it is they've just never thought of going to a therapist before, or they've just never thought of taking medicine before, because it just, if it's the first time you're thinking about it, it may seem a little taboo, or like, that's not what I ever thought I would do, or I'm not sure I believe in pharmaceuticals. People have all kinds of opinions that prevent them from trying it, but if there's significant strain mentally, it's definitely the way to go. I mean, I can't prescribe, but I do recommend that people who are struggling psychologically to go get help. Now, that being said, and I have to say that I've learned from experience, when I see that, I have to talk to the population of people out there who need to hear that. Of course, that's not going to be everybody. Not everybody's suffering in that particular way. I think what this speaks to is a significant change. There's definitely like a changing of the guard, maybe at work, a changing of the guard, maybe at home, like it's finally time to sell, or maybe it's finally time to buy something. Maybe it's time to buy a piece of property. But there's a significant change in the home arena, and you become aware of this increasingly. If it's not immediately around the new year, which it could be, or right before the new year, you become aware that you want to change something about your home environment. there's some big change going on at work, and there's something that has been going on for a while with your partnership. So this could be at work, a combination of work and love, but there have been some changes and some ups and downs and some surprises with your ex-partner, your ex-spouse or your spouse, and maybe even your ideas around marriage, what it means to be in a long-term relationship. Your ideas around it may have changed. You may have radicalized some of your viewpoints. So I don't know. I mean, it's going to be so unique for each partnership and each Libra out there, but you may have something about your partner. Maybe they travel a lot. Maybe they're kind of all over the place. They may have a condition. So a lot of Libras right now may have been dating or in touch with or had a crush on or be married to somebody who has some kind of disorder. Often, with Uranus, if it's going to symbolize a person and something going on with them, it can show a kind of a personality disorder. It can show high anxiety, bipolar disorder. So it's not going to be true of every Libra, but some Libras may be struggling with a partner who demonstrates some strong behavior shifts, some extreme highs and lows, and there's something about the partner that is, I don't know what the right word is. I don't want to say disturbing. But Libras, for the ones who need to hear that, you know what I mean. And some of you are cruising for a break with a significant other, and some of you are cruising for just some significant change. Something needs to change. It may be financial in nature. There may be some kind of financial issue. So it just depends on the Libra I'm talking to. But that's part of what has been weighing some of you down. Issues around the home, family, something going on with a partner that's just unpredictable and hard to deal with maybe in some cases. But again, not for every Libra. For the Libras in a healthy partnership, it could just be that your partner's doing a lot. They're changing a lot. They're just in a time of life when they're changing, trying new things. They need to travel. They need some space. The relationship may need some space and breathing room for it to thrive. So for some of you, it's just been adapting to this need for more space for both of you. So you go off and do your own things, and then that helps you ultimately stay together. So that could be some of what's going on here for some of you. That the space is actually good. It's healthy for the two of you. But this time is ending, whatever the ending means. So either you've just given yourself enough space and room to be who you are, that you no longer need to require that. And it only makes sense to those of you where it makes sense. But you won't need that anymore. Maybe it just worked and you're fine. You've just kind of found ways to adapt to a changing situation, changing people, evolving. Some of you, there's going to be some kind of imminent break coming up. And those of you where that's the case, you know it. You know that's happening, and the timing is probably right, because this is when it's happening. It's probably the right time. If you're single, this is a good time for you because of that same influence with Uranus heading out of the 7th house. It clears up that area for you. So if you're looking to date someone seriously and get back in a serious relationship, having Uranus clear the 7th house and move away into the 8th house will kind of clear the energy there, so that you could probably date with a sense of safety and more predictability. And you still have to use your discernment. I'm not just saying anybody you meet now is going to be safe. You've got to use your own discernment and what you've learned over the past number of years about what to look out for with people. You've been doing a lot of learning around partnerships, so use everything you've learned, but now it's kind of clears the decks, and you may be able to feel more, calm or more settled in your relationship zone, however that comes about. It could be, how we were talking about mental health earlier, it could be your partner who needs the mental health help. So some of what could have been getting you down is your partner's need for some help. And especially around the holidays, or whenever I see a strong mental health message, I just feel like, it's my duty to say so. If it doesn't apply to you, I can't really even apologize. It's just when I speak out to a group of people like this around the holidays, I've learned to go ahead and speak about mental health, because I think the people who need to hear it need to hear it. But we'll end on a positive note. You do have Jupiter helping you in the money area. If you need a job, you're likely to get a job. In the public eye, you tend to look good in the public eye right now around the beginning of the new year and through the new year. I would say that continues, especially in the arena of work and jobs and career. So there's a lot helping you here. This is still a time, regardless of the mental health picture, it's a good time to take care of your own health, body, mind, soul, like the holistic health of you. This is a time, if you're going to spend money on your health. This is the right time to invest in your health. And health encompasses so much. It's your overall well-being. Sometimes it's even plastic surgery, because that increases some kind of sense of well-being. But now's the time to go ahead and invest in yourself. I think this is a good year to invest in yourself in that particular way, through 6th house means. So that's, going to a therapist, going to just your regular doctor. It's going in for cancer screenings. It's going in maybe for, a little cosmetic something or other, attending to your teeth. It's everything. Energy healing, Reiki, chiropractor, whatever it is you need. This is a great time to invest in that. So lots of self-care, getting help when you need it, not hesitating to reach out, allowing other people in enough so they see what your needs are, is the best prescription for many Libras right now. But what else can we add here? I am running a workshop starting in January that is kind of group coaching and group teaching around astrology, and we'll be using your personal charts to help teach you about your own chart and the energy through this coming year and beyond. And we will also be learning some coaching tools that can help you, empower yourself so you can deal with some of the energies here. I would think a lot of Libras right now would want to be working on skill sets that gave them more confidence in the workplace, gave them more confidence around earning and spending money, gave them more confidence to deal with partner issues or to go out and date again, more confidence to deal with their family. Some people need confidence to deal with their family because their family scares them. So some Libras need help dealing with parents and scary family members. So coaching can definitely, and group support. I mean, I think the way this group is going to operate is a little bit like group therapy. Well, there will be some group support, but I will structure it so it's not a free-for-all. We will have kind of a class in the beginning, a little bit of discussion, and then I'll do some one-on-one coaching. But you will have a private Facebook page where you can help each other. All right, take care, Libra. Take care of yourself. I'm here for you. That's why I'm telling you all of this. I can't, I'm not going to just paint daisies here when I see that there's some sadness and some heaviness here in the chart. And not everybody will feel exactly the same way. Some people will be like, what is she talking about? My life is so awesome. And that is great. why are you even here? You don't need me. Go. But then I see people who are struggling, and that's who I'm talking to right now. All right, take care.